This is a perfect story for the season that we're in. We're going to follow a mama bear and her cub as they travel through all the different seasons and discover how a forest just continues to change from season to season. This is titled Bear Helps the Forest, Maybe You Help Too. It's written by Karen Lynn Williams and illustrated by Andres Landazabal. Bear helps the forest. Maybe you help too. Bear dove into a mound of autumn leaves. A burst of red and bronze and gold covered her from head to toe. "Where are you?" Mama called. Bear bounced up. "I'm here." Meanwhile, the forest did its work. Cool nights slowed the sap flow, and more leaves let go. Twirl and swirl. Bear danced like the leaves, crackle and crunch, in heaps and piles, in mounds for miles. "Winter, it's time for sleep," Mama called. "I want to play," Bear cried. "You can play in spring," Mama said. Bear snuggled up in an old oak den. Mama told a sleep-tight story. Bear slept, and the forest did its work. Squirrels searched for buried nuts. Bacteria and fungi grew, while earthworms nibbled and chewed. Beetles and mites and slugs and snails munched too. Snowflakes flurried in whispers, heaped on hillocks and ponds. The forest did its work. Shh. Bear dreamed of leaves floating on sunbeams. Until spring arrived. The sun grew strong, snow melt ran in rivulets and ruts. Tree sap began to flow again. Deer and squirrels and possums squished and squooshed in springtime muck. Moles and shrews tunneled on through the dead leaves and soil, and the forest did its work. Bear rolled over and woke from a long snooze. "Time to play in the leaves," she yelled. Bear wiggled and waggled her bottom against an old oak stump. She stretched and blinked again. "Where did the leaves go?" She asked a friend. "Did you eat them, dear?" Deer shook her head and nibbled on tender sprouts. Flat brown leaves hugged the forest floor. "Mama, did you clean up the leaves?" Bear asked. "The forest did its work," Mama said. Bear took a deep sniff. The earth smelled clean and green. Her stomach roared and rumbled. Summer came. Bear chomped and champed on dandelions and clover, her favorite acorns too. Worms wiggled up through warm earth. Possums and moles pecked at insects, and so did the shrews. Bear lay on her back and blinked at the sun. She rolled in dark, rich soil. She sniffed sugar-sweet sap that ran deep in root and leaf. Summer leaves danced in shadow and light. They swayed in the breeze, all green, green, green. Bear harangued. "Where are the piles for playing?" "The forest needs time to do its work," Mama said. The leaves held on tight. Bear waited in sun and wind and rain. Autumn nights turned cool. The sap flow slowed, and once more leaves let go. Then Bear whooshed and tumbled. "Hooray!" bears scrambled and jumped in leaves. Red and bronze and gold, they crumbled and crunched into pieces and bits. Mama said, "You're helping the forest do its work." "That's silly," Bear replied. But Mama was right. The deer and raccoons and squirrels helped. So did the earthworms, shrews, and mites. Maybe you help too. Here's a lovely author's note and a little suggestion on how else we can help the forest. If you want to pause the video there and read that. Bear helps the forest, maybe you help too. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite things to do is to crunch in the leaves when they're coming off the trees and onto the ground. I just love the way it feels, and I love the way it sounds. Okay, until we read again, adios, amigos. Goodbye.